Welcome back to my Colorado Mountain Garden and Homestead, and today is May 12th, and this is mostly going to be an update on my tomatoes, but I have some other things on the shelves that I'll talk about, and then at the end I'll let you know where we're headed going forward. So on the very end there, the three plants that you're seeing, those are tomatillos. They were started 2 weeks after my tomato seeds, and my tomato seeds were started on April 12th. So since today's May 12th, all the tomatoes are 1 month since I started the seeds, and I did germinate them in paper towel and then moved them to the cups. The next three in the black cups right after that, those are three of my eggplants. I still have more eggplants to up pot, but that's the first three. I had to make soil today, so that's all cooling now. And I'm in my grow room, and I don't have enough room between my grow tent and my shelves so that's why the camera's moving around a little bit, to put the legs out on the tripod. So I apologize. So the next six are my Tiny Tims. They are a micro dwarf. I will probably have to add a little bit more soil to them, not much. These will stay in the cups until they find their final resting place in my garden. And then I'm only keeping, I think I'm going to keep 5. One is already spoken for, so that's where we're at on that. This next set of 5 are my dwarf Arctic roses. Don't know how many of them are actually going to make it into my garden. I may sell a few. These will get to be 3 to 4 feet tall. Dwarf tomatoes, typically, they don't recommend that you prune them. When I say prune, that means taking the suckers off. I'm hoping to hold these. I'm still going to have to trim back, especially you can see that one. I'm going to have to trim that lower leaf off, and I'll keep adding soil as they grow. I have my grow lights way up right now. So I've got 5 of those. Then over here are my 6 orange hats. These are a micro dwarf. These will stay in the cups until they go out into the garden. One of them is going to a new home. The other 5 are going to be in my garden. And I'm going to skip down to the next set of tomatoes, which is on the next shelf. So again, hopefully you're not getting seasick. So the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are my Ace 55s. They are considered a semi-determinate. Some of these leaves are wilting a little bit, which I'm not really worried about because these are going to get dropped way down in, because these will get to be 5 to 6 feet tall. Since they're a semi-determinate, I do not prune the suckers. I just keep the leaves up so that I have plenty of airflow. And these will I believe all of these are going to go into 5-gallon pots. Then we're moving down here. Again, keep in mind these are 1 month old since I started the seeds in paper towel. So the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are my Crims. One of these is going to a new home. I think I'm keeping the rest. Now these ones, pretty soon they will take off. And so I may have to move them into 1-gallon pots before I can put them out. I'm going to try and hold everything. It's just if I run out of room on the shelves, because it's only about from the bottom part here of the black shelf that they sit on. When the lights are all the way up, I only have basically 1 foot worth of space. Maybe, actually, well, it's definitely less than a foot from the tops of the cups. Let's just put it that way. And then, moving on down here, the next 5 are my better bushes. One of those is already spoken for. I may sell one more. And again, when I say I may sell, if somebody needs a tomato, I'll sell it if I have an extra one, as long as it hasn't gone into a 1-gallon pot. Because by the time I get things into 1-gallon pots and the price that they are, most people don't want to buy them. And I can't buy big pots in bulk to make it worthwhile because I don't have enough. I'm not growing plants for anybody anymore. It's just if I happen to know I'm going to have them, and it's usually somebody who has purchased a pepper, then I offer them up to those who purchased the peppers. So these are the Better Bush. Things that I will be starting either tonight or tomorrow. And again, I'm going to put these in paper towel because I want to make sure that they germinate. Are my zucchinis. I believe I have 2 varieties of those, and my cucumbers, and I also have 2 varieties of those. I'll let you know what they are. I don't remember. And those, again, I'll start in paper towel just until they start germinating. Then they're going to go in cups. They will not be in seed starting mix. It's just going to be my regular potting mix, which again is 3 parts potting soil, 1 part compost, and some worm castings. I will be planting sugar snap peas. It's not quite warm enough, and I don't have the bed built. That's coming later this week. I want to get and when I say the bed built, it's going into the hoop house, but I have taller beds now, so they're about 2 feet tall versus about 14 inches, which is what the other ones were. And that's just because I'm getting older and I can't bend down like everybody used to. The sugar snap peas, I will sprout. They only take a couple days to actually kind of sprout, but then I'm planting them into the bed. I just want to give them a fighting chance at being having been sprouted. And so I have a seed sprouter. So they'll get soaked overnight and then underwater, and then, with them underneath the water. And then the next day I'll rinse them and just start letting them germinate. That usually only takes a day or two. And so then that's why I need to have the bed in place. And then I'll just go out and make little holes and plop those in. I'm only doing a few cucumbers in cups because the rest I will put in line. I'll probably pre-sprout them and then plant them directly. And the beans, they're all going to be planted directly, but I will also pre-sprout them just so that they've got a fighting chance, just in case for some reason I can't get out to water them or don't keep them watered enough. I may end up planting too many and have to pull some out, and that's okay. I don't mind doing that. But this is kind of what's going on right now. Later this week also, I'm going to plant the rest of my seed tape. Most of the things that I pre-sprouted, which was some lettuce and spinach, pak choi, and what's the other one? Daikon radishes. That has already gone into the little greenhouse, and they're doing great. They were in the big greenhouse on just some shelves while they were hardening off, but all that got put in over the weekend. So this is what I'm doing. And more will come. For those who watch the wildflower seeds video on my carpet, I just now have a few seeds starting to germinate. So I'm going to give it a check it in the morning. If there's more coming up, that dome is going to come off just to make sure that no mold starts growing or anything like that. And as soon as the majority has sprouted, that's going to get moved out into my big greenhouse on one of the shelves I talked about, so that they come up, and as they come up, they're being hardened off. So when everything is perfect outside, I can plant them in my pollinator bed. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy gardening. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado, and it looks like we're going to have more of them. So I'm itching to get the peppers out there, but it's still a little too cold at night. I got to look at the long range forecast and see where we're going to be, but I've been taking some of the peppers out on nice days and just sticking them out on the deck behind there that you can see, which is soon going to get ripped out because we're putting new decks in. We need it. And that's it. Have a good day.